Okay, today I'm in Swansea with Brett Lloyd. All right, Brett, thanks very much for inviting me up here to talk to you.
No
Now,
problem.
would you describe yourself as a professional punter?
I wouldn't sign because when it comes to the likes of Benham, Patrick Veach horses, Bloom, they're out of my league. They totally. I do nothing else. So I suppose professional punter is the term, but I'm not in a league. I don't fool myself. You know, I am what I am. And if I got the same amount of money this time next year as I got today, and I've lived a year, I'm over the moon.
So what's your angle? What's your game? I mean, how do you make it pay?
I got a very, very well-informed gentleman who tells me I helped him years ago with information, and he's the I don't know anybody ever been better at getting to know things. Um, he's obviously a very genuine man. He pays, and
Is he
I
is he a form student or does he get to know dark horses?
not just all solely information.
Right, because a lot of people sort of say don't listen to inside information, but there's obviously
There's there's people who there's people who's like get to know. Um, the problem with it is then people who, when you use that information, the get to know people, yourself, your accounts just get shut. I've had a kid, he bet 5-1 galloping the Champs to win King George, account closed, for £200. But,
yeah.
you
Well,
know,
we'll talk about the actual
yeah, okay.
practicalities of professional punting in a minute, but I'm interested in your past and how you started. So, as far as I'm aware, you started on the other side of the fence, working with bookies at point to points and trotting.
Yes, that's true. A gentleman by the name of Noel Thomas from Punter took me under his wing, taught me everything I know, absolutely everything. Um, I was going to say he should be a millionaire, he is, but he should have 100 times for his knowledge and his work ethic. He never ever made enough. He should have had a lot more out of bookmaking than he did. We'd go away, he'd win 300 quid when his knowledge, and I'd have a score in my pocket and I come home with 170 and I'm just punting on what he tells me.
Yeah.
Just an astronomically knowledgeable man.
The first time I was aware of you was running around the betting rings, would have been in the late 90s.
Yeah.
And you were making it pay then. So how did you get, was that inside information or were you a form student in those days?
Late 90s, it would be people just telling me different things. I'd go to the point of points and obviously enter chase at Chepstow. It didn't used to be common knowledge to everybody. And just in them days trying to take 9 to 4 about the 2-1 chances. No Betfair. Nobody knew if they were 2-1 or 10-1. But said with follow the right people. I remember following Ashley, who worked for Chandler's, and Adge. I used to think, well, if they want to be on, I want to be on.
Yeah. So you went racing to make sure you got the right information.
Yeah, but without getting told anything. Just faces. Followed, people I knew that were winners.
And were you doing that for a living then?
No, not for a living, no. More, if I had 200 quid, I'd jump on a train and go to Ludlow. If I didn't have 200 quid, well, I'd have to wait to get 200 quid Taunton to be on.
Yeah.
you know.
Now, you were one of these people that was involved within running quite early on.
Yeah.
How did you discover that in running betting?
I was in a trotting meeting in Tregaron, a 2-day meeting, and I was in a nightclub in Aberystwyth, and Kevin Lambert, who bets as Kevin Miles, was telling me about it. He just started, and he said to me, if you want to come down the shop, me and Martin, his mate Martin Camner, will sponsor you, etc., etc. Okay. So there was a bank holiday Monday, and I'd gone to Penny Bont, which is in Landrindod Wells, and I'd won a monkey making a book. So I got the monkey. So I've taken the monkey down John's shop, put it into Betfair, and just never ever needed any help from anyone. I had the 2 ponies, a winner, the first time I tried it, and I never ever went behind.
So was it? I mean, everybody looks back on it now, and people got fortunes out of the game. I mean, was it like finding it on the floor in those days?
I was a bit different. I was where the boys in the shop would bet 10 to 1, 6 to 1, and turn over a lot of money. I was in that 6 to 4 to 2 on market and bet a lot of winners. And was it like finding on the floor? Yes, it was.
So you were backing them. You had the fast pitches.
Yeah.
So you were backing them at 6 to 4 when they were probably 10 on.
Not like that. When you say fast pitchers, mind SIS pitchers and Racing UK pitchers. So, you know, the same as everybody else, but the people watching on ATR.
Oh, you had the fast fibre connection.
Yes, we had
and
all.
You had the interfaces as well.
Yeah, I forget what it's called now. Grass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so what was? I mean, how many lads would have been in that shop?
When I went in there, first of all, you couldn't get a seat for love or money. Probably 20. And I used to go down there. It would be 20 miles from me. I'd go on a train and taxi or bus, and hoping that somebody would go early, not turn up anything. You know, I was like the first reserve to get in a seat.
And what sort of figures at the height of that were you winning in those days?
The best year was my first year, and I know it was 380 something thousand. Started off with a monkey.
And those were the days before, obviously long before premium charge and...
Yeah. Premium charge I tell you why, it was 2007, I think. And I think premium charge come in 2011 or 12.
Yeah, so you had a good run at it, and you enjoyed the trappings of your success because you were featured in Gary Wiltshire's book, stood in front of your expensive car.
Brand new Porsche. I tell you, I phoned Dick Lovett, strange name for a garage, but I'm on the phone to him. I said I want a brand new Porsche. We got a grey one, 44 grand. We got a red one, 44. We got a white one, it's 50. I said, well, it's the same as the others. He said, there's only 3 in Great Britain. I said, I want the white one. And I've turned up with the reddies in a bag, and then I've had to go back and get a banker's draft because they couldn't take the money off me. £6,000 I had to pay or something. But that's how good things were.
And was it similar for the other guys doing that?
Well, I don't know the other people. Like there would be a couple in there who I'd estimate would be better than me. I know Dave's very successful. Some people not so successful, but there was a lot of money about for, you know, amazing amounts of money for people. There was boys in there that wouldn't know Frankie Dettori. 200 grand, you know, in a year. Like that, it was, they treated it as a computer game. And like, you know, the 12 to 1 chances, 6 in front, jumping the second last, and run for 3 years. Like when they won, they had it off. You know, I wouldn't be betting that because I think you could have known too much. Or not known too much, had too much of an opinion.
Yeah, did you, apart from in the car, did you invest any of the money sort of in sensible things when you were flying?
Well, if you think race horses, harness racing horses, greyhounds, weekly flights to Dubai is sensible, then yes. But as George Best said, he said, I gambled birds and drank most of my money and I wasted the rest. So no, never bought houses, never bought, just me and Dave had great times. I think we must have owned 65, 70 horses.
Did you sort of, I assume the way you were spending money, did you sort of think that the in-running was going to go on forever?
I obviously hoped it would. Nothing like that could last forever, but like I still didn't make hay while the sun shined as much as I could because I'd wake up on a Thursday morning and think, oh, Taunton's on today, and I'd just go for a day out and aggravate, you know, different people down there and, you know, ask them for ridiculous bets and, you know.
So when did it all start to change? When did you realise that, hang on a minute, this isn't quite the game it was?
Premium charge, absolutely. I didn't think it mattered to me, but I always think that, like, I'm a glass half full man. But what I found was the players in my market drastically reduced. because we'd bet so many, or they'd lay, you know, a lot of winners, it hit them. You know, they weren't turning over enough. I don't really know how the premium charge works exactly, but they, you know, they were in my market. So, you know, them layers at 6-4 to 2-on just slowly disappeared.
And what sort of scale were you playing at? How much per click would you have had back in those days?
£666. And the only reason it was that is when I log in, I just went 666. You know, put it in the corner, per bet, 666. No other reason other than that.
That's tempting fate, that, wouldn't
it? Yeah, it started at £25. Then it went up to £50, then it went up to £100, then it went up to 111, 222, 333, and so on. But I found 666 was too much because as the premium charge kicked in, I was going too low. I'd only bet to 2-on. And the machine, the technology give me that edge. You know, I very rarely bet 6-7 to 1. I can remember one Monday, and funny thing, John Lovell made a plaque, 21 races, 21-0 to me. I never bet nothing under 2-on. Take a bit of doing. You know, it was only, you know, how much did I win? £4,000 odd or something. Average £200 a race, £300 a race. You know, my whole thing plus 21 out of 21.
So there must have been a few people that dropped out then for you to be able to get in the seat regularly enough. So
Yeah.
not everybody found it as easy as you.
No, some people couldn't make it pay. Well, not couldn't make it pay, but some people won't allow themselves to lose. Some people thought they didn't know too much. And some people just couldn't press buttons to, you know, they couldn't do it. I know people a lot cleverer than me that tried and couldn't do it.
Did you progress? Because I know people that were doing it and getting a few quid, and then when people started going on course in boxes and things, they realised a bit too late that they'd done their money. Did you progress on to course?
No, I started in Dave and James's shop. I never ever went anywhere else. One thing I am is loyal. Another shop in Cardiff opened, had turf TV, what have you. Not me, the boys have gone to London, the boys have gone to the tracks, the boys have got drones, every single thing. I just stayed with the boys. That's, you know, without them I'd have nothing.
And do you still do it now? Is it still there? Is the Lovell shop still there?
No, it's shut now, I believe. Because they've gone on to Dragon Bet, and I wish them all the success in the world. Like, they two lovely boys.
So you don't bet in running at all anymore?
No. I think it's finished. You know, I watch the markets on my phone. The money's just not in there. So how these people keep going? Some people are still making it pay. You know, I spoke to a few boys down in Forsyth. Oh yeah, we still win. Mystifies me, but you know, they're obviously better than me.